Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now he steps away, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. On first down, Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
On second and 12, Wilson, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. What?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second down.
On second down, it's Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive line.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Myers connects on the PAT, and this is now a one-point game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now Wilson on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now a give right side. Carson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mike, quit talking about it and bring it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from early. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flush to his right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tapped.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll toss it out to Carson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you...
It got his man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch his slap. Watch his Check.
Ingram again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He can run, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good. Good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Intended for Will Disley. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Hill. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Dancing to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Hey, check, Mike 50.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Owasor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 22. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.